Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. I had to cancel my hair appointment, and so now like my hair is super thick, and so now my hair is like poofy right here, and it's driving me crazy. And I've restarted this video like 5 times because it was driving me crazy. So you know what, poofy hair it is. So happy Friday. Today's Friday check-in. I'm going to talk about how last week went and how I'm proceeding for this next week. It's been a difficult week. So I almost did not film this video because last week's video was pretty much the same, and you guys know I want to put just positivity out there, but I also don't want to be dishonest with you guys. And I feel like if I skipped a week, then came back on, next week, which actually I don't think it'll be on next Friday because it's the day after Thanksgiving and family and all that will be around. So I think I will, but anyway, I didn't want to be like, just skip it and just say, oh, I was busy, I couldn't film a video, when that would be dishonest. I want to be honest with you guys. I have so many of you tell me that knowing that they are not the only ones that struggle makes them feel better. So I can totally get that. I've kind of taken an approach this week that was not unhealthy. That was unhealthy, and because I was kind of doing the complete opposite. So first off, I wanted to tell you guys though, for those of you who don't watch me on Instagram, I shared, was it yesterday or day before? I think it was yesterday. I shared that Teami is doing some like pre-Black Friday sales, and they have some amazing sales coming up, and I shared the one yesterday on Instagram. But I thought, for those of you who don't watch me on Instagram, I wanted to showcase, they're having like my very favorite, you guys know I told you guys like what my favorites, like my absolute favorite Teami ones are, which they keep coming out with new products, and so now it's just like, oh, maybe this is my favorite, but this one is by far my favorite blend, the best tasting, the one that has become part of my regular routine. I have repurchased this one probably more than any of the other ones in the last 2 years, so I thought I would just bring this one on YouTube. For those of you who don't, like I said, don't watch my Instagram, that way you guys, because this sale's only for 2 days. What they're doing is they're doing like 2-day sales, and then after 2 days, they'll do another thing for 2 days, and then another thing for 2 days. So I will be sharing those on my Instagram. But this one is on Teami Relax. You guys know this has been like part of my regular like nighttime routine when I am having a hard time sleeping. I always bring this back into my routine, and then I get back to go back to normal sleeping. I've repurchased this I don't know how many times. This is my favorite for sure. The ingredients in this one: peppermint, yarrow, lavender flower, chamomile, lemongrass, orange peel, and valerian root. I wish I could drink this one like all the time, but it really does relax you, so I probably should not drink it while I'm at work because, yeah, it might not be a good thing. Anyway, the deal that's going on with this is that you can get a free Relax tea if you buy $24 worth of product. So, and I'll have a code here on the screen, plus I'll have a code down in the description box. Also, my 25% off code is still valid, so I am going to start putting that in all of my videos up until the time it expires, which I think is through December. So I'm going to go ahead and put that code also in my description box. So that's always in there at the top of my description box. That way you guys can find it, because I plan on, just so you guys know, I plan on doing some holiday like gift ideas, and I'm going to be doing some stuff with tea, because I have a lot of the Teami teas, and they're all loose leaf teas, and I have a few friends at work that are really into like all natural, like they go to nature paths, and they are just into all natural products, no artificial anything in their makeup and their skincare, that kind of thing. I would love to be that way, but baby steps. So but I have one, she's particularly like really, I mean, she eats no sugar, she eats no flour, I mean, she's so dedicated. and she has a lot of allergies, and that's where it stemmed from. Anyway, I started thinking about her, and I thought, you know, there's so many of the products I want to share with her, but so I'm kind of coming up with a cute way to do some gifts, and I plan on using a lot of the loose leaf tea that I have for the gifts. So I have some real cute things that I am thinking about doing. So anyway, so I want to make sure you guys always have the code, because if you want to replicate any of the gifts, especially for coworkers, I think they're going to make good like coworker type friend gifts, maybe teacher gifts. I'm not sure. I haven't had young kids in a long time, so I'm not sure what a appropriate teacher gift is anymore. But anyway, right now though, the Teami Relax, it's today, no, the 17th and 18th, so Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday only, you get a free relax if you order $24 worth of products. So anyway, I will have all that information down in the description box. But yeah, so speaking of like little gift things, I have decided that I am definitely going to find a way to get some crafting, holiday crafting in, even though, like I was telling you, I was kind of bummed because we work all the way up to the 21st this year, and then we have the 2 weeks off after that, and normally we're off around the 12th or 13th, and so I was kind of bummed that I wouldn't be able to get some holiday videos in, but I'm just gonna do them. There's some crafting I have seen on Pinterest that I want to do, so December, look forward to that. I'm gonna start them the week after Thanksgiving, and I'm going to start kind of making my plan, and that weekend of the 1st or so, I'm going to start doing some of the crafts, and I'm just going to record myself while I'm doing them. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. So now let's get back into what has happened this last week. So if you guys watched my video last week, which I will give a quick recap so you don't have to go back and watch that Friday video, but basically my husband has some health problems, and it's been going on now. Well, it's been going on off and on since like May, but it's been really bad the months of like September, and then October was terrible. And so he's been seeing his doctors off and on. Well, has been seeing one of his doctors, his psychiatrist, and he told him he needs to go to his primary care physician because he thinks that some of his problems are more physical. And so the physical part started happening, but he said that he doesn't think it's related to anything that he could help him with. So he has his doctor's appointment on Tuesday, so the 20th, and he has both of his doctor's appointments. His psychiatrist wanted to see him again after he had ran some tests on him. So one of the tests my husband's psychiatrist did on was a thyroid test, and his thyroid did come back that it was off, and he put him on medication. Well, Saturday, so tomorrow, will be 2 weeks that he's been on that medication. We don't want to feel like too hopeful, because I know it can take 2 to 3 weeks for thyroid medication to really have an impact, but we feel like it may be doing a little bit and maybe helping him a little bit. Okay, my husband keeps calling me. I can't even remember what I was talking about. I think I was talking about the thyroid medication. So we feel like some of those symptoms are going away, but he still has some other physical things happening, and we know there's gonna have to be tests. That's gonna have to be ran. But it's like, so next Tuesday are those appointments. So he has 2 appointments on Tuesday. I thought I was going to handle it pretty well, knowing that one of the things is probably being taken care of with the thyroid. But I think so like Saturday and Sunday I did pretty good. Monday I did really well. I was filming, so Monday I did pretty good up until the evening, and I'll talk about that in a second. Tuesday, again, I was filming my full day of eating, which I posted on Wednesday, so I did really good up until the evening. And then the rest, Wednesday and Thursday, were terrible. And what I was like talking about was I doing the complete opposite. Like you guys were telling me that, you know, it helps you by being able to come here and know that other people struggle, and you get the motivation to keep going. I stayed away from Instagram and YouTube because it's like I didn't want to feel better. And I kind of ashamed to admit that, but that's the truth. I mean, I knew if I went on to those sites that it would stop me from what I was doing. And what I was doing was just, I was binging on stuff. I was eating things. I was not staying with my intermittent fasting. So I was just, so like Monday night and Tuesday night, pretty much as soon as I turned the camera off and I thought I was done eating for the day, I would sit there and about like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I go to bed at 9:30. I would go grab something and wasn't even thinking about it. And then as I was eating it, I was thinking about it, and you have that first initial, like, what am I doing? And kind of feel ashamed of yourself because you know you're doing it for the wrong reason, because I was completely eating my feelings. And I think the main reason why it happened was because I'm trying to stay as upbeat and positive for my husband, because I know that he is really trying super hard to be upbeat and positive going into next week to find out what's going on. And it's, you know, he already has some issues with his work, and he's been trying to really stay positive about that. And I think him knowing he has next week, he has an entire week off because all the sawmills and stuff are closed next week, so they don't need any log truck drivers. And so he's off the entire week next week, which of course is adding, you know, pressure on me, because it's going to be a financial stressor by the time the week is done, because his unemployment claim has to be reopened, which means you don't get paid for your first week of unemployment. So, and he'll only have next week off, but at least it'll be open, ready to go, because if we have a bad winter or anything and he can't work anytime in December and January and February, which is when our bad ice and stuff happens, if it happens, then at least he'll get paid for any time that he's off. But you always have to get that waiting weekend. But I think because I wanted to stay as upbeat and positive about his appointment coming up, and he has been, like, he said that it's kind of a relief at this point, knowing that he has both of his doctors working to try to figure out what's wrong. And so for him, it's kind of, he's looking forward to it, because he feels like he knows, I mean, we know we're not going to have any answers because there's going to be tests run, but maybe she may have some initial ideas of what's going on. So I've been like keeping a lot of the emotions that I've been feeling inside, and then the way I've been coping with those has been just totally binging on things that I shouldn't be. You know, years ago when I started all this, I could never keep like things like chips and crackers, like Poppables, those kind of things in the house, because those were always my trigger foods. Sweet stuff is not really a trigger food unless it's like that time of the month, which this last week was. So all the sweet stuff I had in the house, all the salty, crunchy stuff I had in the house, it just contributed to what it was using. I was just binging on all of it. And then there was even a point on, was it Wednesday? Wednesday, I went to grocery outlet. I haven't been there in a while, and I was just trying to see if there's anything I could pick up for Thanksgiving. And they had these snacks that were like, they were raw cashews, raw almonds, and like extra dark chocolate. They were like 80% dark chocolate things inside. And that was, oh, and then they had pecans. So those were the only things in there. And there was not a lot of salt in there. And it was sea salt. And I thought, you know, it's raw nuts and all that. And I knew I should have known. I mean, I kept telling myself in my head, I don't need to be getting this. Don't need to be getting this because it's going to turn out bad. And I did it anyway, and I bought that Wednesday at lunchtime. It's gone. In 2 days, I ate the bag. It's 12 servings. So I ate it yesterday, and I ate it on Wednesday. And it was all during work, at work. I just kept it at my desk, and I just kept eating it. I have not been sticking to my fasting, and that was contributing to this mindless eating, I know for sure. Because I'm not hungry in the morning, so I'm not really eating in the mornings, but I'm stopping my fast when I see anything that I want. So things that have been at work, that have been available to me. We've had a lot of meetings that not our department, but other meetings, and then they put the leftover food on the table. I've been partaking in that, which I always stay away from that. I haven't been eating my lunch that I've been bringing with me. Instead, when I go run my errands, I'm just picking up something at the store that's not necessarily good. I have not been doing well, and I feel terrible. My face is puffy, which is what happens when I eat too much salt and sodium. my whole body in general. I feel terrible. But what makes me feel worse is that I knew as I was doing it what I was doing it and why I was doing it, and I kept telling myself to stop doing it, but I wasn't. And I think maybe though I definitely hit like bottom. I mean, I really did. Last night I was feeling so bad. I mean, just not only like emotionally because of how I was dealing with it, but physically I feel terrible. One thing that I have been doing right has been water. I have been drinking a ton of water. I've been doing my nighttime routine, like I was telling you, like with the tea and stuff. I have been getting a lot of sleep, so I've been but it's because I've been avoiding things like YouTube and Instagram, so I've just been reading. I've been drinking decaf coffee in the evening. Like my last cup of coffee a day I usually have when I get home from work, or sometimes I'll have one after dinner. That one on Tuesday that I had after dinner was the last one that I had, and then Wednesday and Thursday I've been just drinking tea, reading my book, and staying away from, you know, everything else. And I think I got on Instagram last night was the first time I got on there, and I was looking through it. I'm like, this is why I stayed away from it, because there's so much inspiration and motivation on there. And I watched some YouTube videos this morning when I was getting ready, and I'm starting to feel like I want to feel normal again. I need to just get out of this. It doesn't matter what happens next week, you know. There's nothing, me worrying and, you know, letting the emotions get to me is not going to help the outcome of next week. If anything, me being positive and motivating, you know, her whole family, just keeping us, you know, upbeat and positive and staying on track is actually going to help more, because I'm not, as I've been grumpy. That's another thing. I've been grumpy and moody, and I know it's because of how I'm eating and because of the guilt that I'm feeling inside. So I like I said, I think I've kind of hit rock bottom this week. I gained 2.2 pounds this week, which is no surprise with, you know, how I handled everything. So the plan leading into Thanksgiving, so the whole rest of this week, you know, I only work Monday and Tuesday next week, so I wasn't even planning on doing, you know, like a grocery haul or a meal prep on Sunday. It'll probably be very small. I've decided I need to have a regular routine, so I will be meal prepping on Sunday. It'll be very small because, again, I only work Monday and Tuesday. So the plan is, you know, just my normal weekend. Monday and Tuesday I'll have, you know, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday I will have a meal plan for those days. Wednesday's always just tradition to pick up pizza the day before Thanksgiving. I probably won't eat any. I don't plan on it. I never really do plan on having it. I always just have, you know, because I'm usually just getting things ready for Thanksgiving anyway, so I just kind of have myself, you know, whatever. And then we have Thanksgiving on Thursday, and then Friday my plan is I am going, and also actually Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday too, I'm going to plan for a very clean eating plan. Just very simple, clean eating. Try not to go overboard and crazy with trying to come up with some real creative stuff. I need to keep it easy and simple so I can get through all this, you know, emotional stuff I have going on. And I think starting next Friday, another thing I'm going to do, which really helps me get in a good mindset of track, because I've been so off with tracking, so off. And sometimes it's hard for me just to get back into doing that. So starting next Friday, the Friday after Thanksgiving, I'm going to start double tracking. And what I mean by that is I'm going to be tracking on my Weight Watcher app and on my FitnessPal. And that's just going to help me just get back into tracking. It's also going to help me see where I may need to balance some stuff, because I have been overdoing it even on 0 point foods, and trying to justify what I'm eating is what I'm doing. So that is what I plan on doing, but it's going to be very clean eating, just very simple clean eating. And I actually was watching one of Gina's videos this morning from Simply Gina, and she showed like this super simple lunch, and I even put it on, like, thank you for the idea. I put it in the comment section because it's just super simple. It's just like Brussels sprouts and zucchini, potatoes, and some chicken sausage. I'm like, see, that's what I need right now. I need something simple. I don't have to think, don't have to do a lot of cooking, don't have to do a lot of prepping, but something that is simple, healthy, easy, and clean. And that's what my plan is going to be the rest of this week, leading up to Thanksgiving, and then the whole week after Thanksgiving. That is kind of the plan too, and I plan on double tracking. So I'm hoping that that's what helps me. I have to keep watching the clock. I'm hoping that's what helps me get through this kind of hump in the road. We'll, at least like on Tuesday, we'll kind of know something in the next direction, and I feel like that's also going to help me just push through all this. And then we have Thanksgiving and all that, so I think I can get through this. I know I can get through this. It's not, I haven't lost my motivation. I haven't lost my focus. It's just kind of derailed because of life. And there's also a lot of things going on at work that has been just super, super stressful, and it's just like the one thing after another at work. And I think I'm letting it get to me more because of just the kind of unstableness that I'm feeling right now. But again, like I said, I haven't lost my motivation. I just need to jump back in, but I need to do it in a very simple, easy way. That way I don't feel too overwhelmed. That's the main thing. So anyway, and what I also plan on doing this weekend is, I haven't even done my meal plan. So tonight, that's what I'm going to be doing, is my meal plan. I haven't done my meal plan, haven't done my grocery list. I usually have that done by Thursday. And then Friday, I'm just refining my grocery list. Don't have any of that done. So I'm going to be working on that tonight. And I really don't even have my plan for Thanksgiving. That's the kind of state that I've been in. And so that's what I plan on doing tonight, is when I'm just gonna sit down at the table. I'm gonna plan out everything. And then, and I'm doing some recipe testing this weekend. So cranberries are coming out. I've done a lot of pumpkin stuff since September. So I bought that big thing of cranberries at Costco. I'm just so excited about this first one that you guys will see on Monday. Hopefully it comes out. I've just been really kind of refining the recipe, and this will be my first test this weekend. So as long as it all comes out, it'll be up Monday. But then I have a ton of cranberry recipes that I really want to try out. So I hope you guys like cranberry. And so yes, so the holiday baking stuff is going to start happening, and I'm just going to try to recreate some like favorites, you know, like in a healthier way. So that's the plan. And then just look forward to some, you know, holiday crafting. I need to get into the spirit. I'm gonna go to work today. I'm gonna put some Christmas music on. I watched a Christmas movie last night though, and it was so good. It was so cheesy. It was one of those like Hallmark movies. It made me cry, but in a happy way. And I just need to go to work, turn on some Christmas music, just get into the, you know, holiday spirit, and just, you know. But anyway, like I said, I have not lost my motivation. I am still here. I'm ready to go, and I'm just gonna make it happen. I really am, and that's all we can do, right? And I thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I feel like it's just been a roller coaster of a fall so far. It's like this has been like this since September, and I just appreciate all your prayers, all your messages, and I really do. And I know there's a lot of you that don't like these types of videos, and a lot of you that I got a ton of thumbs down on my last Friday video, and I'm sure it's because of this topic and talking about not being on track and all that. And I'm sorry, but it's just real life, and I'm sorry if it disappoints people, and I'm sorry if you're stumbling across my videos for the first time and you probably think that I'm just the worst ever. But I promise you, this is just real life. I'm just being real. I'm telling you guys, just this is what happens, and a lot of you understand because a lot of you go through it as well, and it's just part of our journey. And like I said, it's just part of life. So like I said, I'm here for you guys too. I'm gonna be back. I haven't been very active in the Facebook group. I'm gonna get back to that. I need to be more present in the areas that I get motivation and inspiration from, and that's where I'm gonna draw a lot of that from, is from you guys through the Facebook group, through Instagram. So speaking of Instagram, make sure you watch Instagram, because I'll be sharing all the different Teami sales that are going on as well, because I want, because I know a lot of you want to try that out. I will have that video should be up Monday with the cranberry recipe, so I'll give a little sneak peek picture maybe on Sunday. I will have just a very small meal prep on Sunday, And I think that should be it. I mean, I don't know what else I have going on next week. Maybe I'll do a full day of eating on Tuesday, so it'll be up on Wednesday, and that way I'd at least have some videos. So probably won't have any videos up Thursday or Friday, and then we just go back to normal on Saturday. I do plan on doing some Black Friday shopping on Friday, so I don't know if I can really record anything because it's just madness most of the time, but we'll see if I can get anything. Maybe I'll do it on Instagram. So anyway, thank you guys again, and I appreciate you. I have to get going because I have to go to work. I have to leave in 10 minutes, and I still have to start my car because it's frosty outside again. So I will talk to you guys all in the next video, and you guys all take care. Let me know how you all have been doing and what you guys are planning for Thanksgiving, and I will talk to you guys then.